Wow, just check out those azure blue sidewalls. This is a funky looking caravan. It's now 4 years since Explorer Group reintroduced its Compass brand, and to mark the occasion, it's giving it a whole new identity. There are now 3 ranges to tie it in much more closely with their eldest counterparts. There's the entry-level Casita, the mid-range Capiro, and this, the top-spec Camino. And this 660 is the flagship. It's a layout that's much like the Luna Delta RI, which was Practical Caravan's Tourer of the Year 2016. But one detail I've noticed that is better than the Luna already is this. The toilet cassette emptying hatch is on the offside, so if you've got an awning up, you won't have to lug the cassette through it when you need to empty it. There are some other really nice details too. Up front, there's a new front locker lid with a silver surround. It looks really natty. And it's got a little light, so if you need to get things out of it at night, you can see what you're doing. Over on the near side, there's an external gas barbecue point, a locker to get under the rear island bed, and up front, another external locker, which has just inside a 230 volt socket and a TV point. There's even a little cutout in the door for your flex, so you can carry on watching your TV in your awning. A common criticism of the centre washroom layout is that the living area tends to be compressed. The lounge is usually only a 4-person area and the kitchen is quite squeezed, but not so in this 660. This is a massive lounge. There's room for 6, even with a centre chest in place. It's hugely spacious and wonderfully comfortable to recline on. We've got these wraparound corner bolsters and these rather nice domestic style cushion backs. It's hugely comfortable and surprisingly makes up into a really good double bed. I like the fact that we've got a 4-drawer front chest here instead of the usual slightly useless drop-down cupboard at the front. That's really good. We've got 4 overhead lockers and it is absolutely flooded with light. We've got 3 front windows, a sunroof and that wonderful stargazer roof light all the way across the centre of the lounge. The overhead lockers have gone from brown to white, which means we're now in the kitchen area, and it's quite a kitchen area too. We've got the expected top spec oven and grill and dual fuel hob, and a really generous sized sink, although I'm not too sure about this slightly dated granite effect. There's plenty of storage with 4 lockers above and this huge locker down here, which also contains the table for the lounge. There's also a trio of drawers. Over on the near side of the van, there's a microwave at a sensible height over a whopping great refrigerator. And of course, every glamorous van should have a cocktail cabinet. Very nice. It's over a sideboard with 2 sockets for 230 volt for DVD player and a telly, a 12 volt socket and indeed a TV point. This van is absolutely rammed full of sockets in fact. There's 2 more 230 volt ones there, 2 USB ones and a 230 volt one up front, and in the back 2 more USB points, a 12 volt point, a TV point and 2 more sockets. Fantastic. If you like using electrical devices, this is very much the van for you. That sideboard is the ideal place for your telly, and there's a drawer and cupboard beneath. And of course, over here, you'll also find the controls for the Aldi wet central heating and indeed the control panel for the van. Unlike other vans that use a centre washroom layout, Eldis has split the bathroom across the middle of the Tourer, much like you'd find in many motorhomes. So here on the near side, we've got a really lovely large shower cubicle, although there is some intrusion down here from the wheel arch. You've got a rather natty riser bar with LED lighting, an orbit shower head, and I'm very pleased to see a soap dish that can be moved up and down. And on the offside, well, we've got a rather nice self-contained bathroom with a heated towel rail, the new bowl sink with its click-clack plug, and 2 bathroom cabinets. I particularly like the fact that the system for the toilet has been built into the van, so it's all integrated rather than leaving a big white proud piece of plastic. It's a very nice touch. And at the moment, of course, we are in ensuite mode into the rear bedroom, but all I have to do is open this door, push it across, and suddenly we're in family bathroom mode, particularly when I close this. For many, me included, the real highlight of a van with this layout is back here. This is a proper master suite. When visitors come round, they don't even have to see your bedroom. I like that, without any flappy screens or anything. It's a proper separate bedroom. And it's beautifully finished back here. We've got these proper curtain poles with rather nice lined curtains, and just like the rest of the van, the lighting in this Compass has really taken a step forward over previous models. We've got this rather lovely mood lighting up high and above the lockers. It's a really classy finish. The bed itself is currently in retracted day mode. It slides back by about 400mm, really generous distance, giving plenty of space around the bottom of the bed, making this room very, very roomy. It also means there's plenty of space for you to sit here at your dressing table, which is a very neat option with a cupboard, a mirror, a shelf, and of course plenty of sockets, as we mentioned earlier. On either side of the bed there's a small wardrobe, really quite narrow, but there should be enough for a couple, and over it these rather nice overhead lockers with their rotating catches, really nice detail. There's a good sized shelf for your cups of tea and your books, with 3 drawers beneath. And I particularly like the amount of light, natural light in here. Got a window on the side, a window in the rear, and a roof light overhead. Plenty of light, and it means if you wake up in the morning, if you've got a nice private pitch, you can just lie in bed and enjoy the view. When you want to use the bed, you just pull out the bed, and like all Explorer Group vans with retractable beds for 2017, we've got this 3-part mattress, which flips into place. Put the pillows there, and we've got a large double bed. And because the Compass Camino is wide, we've even got space to shuffle around the end of the bed in the night, should the person sleeping this side need the loo. There's the obligatory massive storage underneath too, although it is partly occupied by the onboard water tank. It's always fascinating to see how different manufacturers approach a similar problem. In the 660, Compass has created a van that answers the same questions as the Luna Delta RI, but in a completely different way. You still get that lovely private rear bedroom, you still get a washroom that's accessible by both the rear and the front, but you lose that huge sense of space in the washroom that you get in the Luna. Instead, you get a much larger living area, which is hugely spacious and really great for having lots of visitors around to socialise. There's a generous kitchen too. If you're the sort of person who spends a lot of time on full facility sites, then this is a hugely appealing proposition.